hold up. I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to sort things out. Now, y'all already know the fight that we've been asking for is coming through fruition. July 29th, Terence Crawford, Errol the True Spence, undisputed welterweight showdown. But what's going to happen in the meantime in the welterweight division? What is Vergil Ortiz going to do in the meantime? What is Jaron Boots Ennis going to do in the meantime? Now, we all know they both going to be fighting July 8th. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Boots Ennis is going to be fighting Villa. Vergil Ortiz is going to be fighting Ennis for the WBA regular strap. Y'all already know that the IBF interim champion, Jaron Boots Ennis. I expect and I predict that Vergil Ortiz is going to beat Ennis. I expect and I predict that Jaron Boots Ennis is going to beat Villa. But we all know that Terence Crawford and Errol the True Spence is going to be fighting later on in the year as well. So what is Vergil and Boots going to do? There's going to be people out there to be like, yo, let them fight. There's other people that are going to be like, yo, let's wait until they drop the belts, whoever's the winner after the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence or Bud Crawford, whoever drops the belts, and then they fight for the belts. Now, I got a plan. I think this is what I think should come through fruition. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis beats Villa, and then in the IBF, he fights Mario Barrios in the meantime. I think a lot of people know Mario Barrios. I think he puts up a good fight. He put up a great fight versus Keith and Tom Thurman. Of course, it was one-sided, but you know he went to a decision with Keith and Tom Thurman, the former unified welterweight champion of the world, probably the best in probably the third best in the division. Of course, one of the most accomplished of this era. Now you got Vergil Ortiz, Ennis. Now that's gonna be a tough fight. 50-50 fight. Not 50-50. I got Vergil Ortiz, of course, beating him, but it's going to be a tougher fight that I think that Boots Ennis is going to be having. And we already know that Vergil Ortiz, his body, it looked like it was failing him, but it looks like he's back strong and ready to go. He beats Ennis. I believe in the meantime, in the later on this year, he should fight. Let me see who he should fight. Maybe Butaev, maybe that's going to be a good matchup. Maybe if they could get Blair Cobbs ranked in the WBA, maybe you could get that fight. In the meantime, I think it will be a good. I think Blair Cobbs will promote it. Alexis Orocha, I think he's going to stay in the WBO side. But I believe that should take place. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a Blair Cobb in the WBA or whatever. Maybe Alexis Orocha, maybe he could get that spot. But I believe that Alexis Orocha will stay in the WBO so he could get a. So if the belts is dropped, he could be in position to get the WBO, and Vergil Ortiz gets elevated as the Super WBA. You already know that the IBF interim, if they drop the belt, Boots Ennis get elevated as the champion, and then maybe in Cinco de Mayo, or around that time, we get Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron Boots Ennis next year, 2024. Boots Ennis, the IBF champion, will be fighting Vergil Ortiz, the WBA super champion, for unification bout. How you like the sound of that? And of course, Keith Thurman, which career I'm actually disappointed. In the WBC, him and actually Dennis Ugas should be fighting for the WBC interim. So I believe that, you know what I'm saying, Jaron Boots Ennis will have the IBF. Keith Thurman or Ugas. I got Keith Thurman beating Ugas. He will have the WBC. Vergil Ortiz will have the WBA. And probably Alexis Orocha will have the WBO. And I think that's the way I feel is going to by 2024. I think that's how the welterweight division, the landscape of the welterweight division is going to look like, in my opinion. See, I'm thinking realistic. Now, of course, there's gonna be people like, oh, yo, Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz, just fight right now. You know, don't wait on Errol Spence, don't wait on Bud Crawford. Now, look, man, we've been waiting for a long time for this fight. And this is why I'm not just subjected to what's going to be happening with with Terence Bud Crawford and Errol the True Spence. We also got to think about everybody else in the welterweight division. And of course, I believe, look, as much as I want to see Bud Crawford and Errol the True Spence, I'm just as intrigued to watch Jaron Boots Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz. Now, I'm not saying that we can't get that fight now. I mean, especially right now in the sport of boxing, where a lot of people feel like the belt is watered down. But I believe sometimes the belt is watered down depending on the people that holds them. You feel me? Now, it's not watered down when it comes to Bud Crawford or the True Spence, and I think it wouldn't be watered down if it's Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. That's the second biggest fight, in my opinion, in the welterweight division. Now, a lot of people feel like that should be marinated, but I believe with them fighting on the same day, July 8th, I feel like that is the real start of the marination. Some people gotta have to choose what they're gonna watch. Boots Ennis, Atlantic City, East Coast, or they're gonna have to choose to watch Vergil Ortiz. Of course, that's gonna be a great day, and July is gonna be a hot month. But yeah, I think that's the most realistic. I like to break things down and come with realistic situations. I don't think that Boots and Vergil are going to be fighting at the end of the year, even though that would be good. But I believe, like I said earlier, Jaron Boots Ennis, he takes care of Villa, gets Mario Barrios. And I think that would be a good big fight because Mario Barrios have been in 2 pay-per-view events with high-profile fighters like Javante Tank Davis, which he got stopped. He lost to Keith Thurman and actually came right back in San Antonio and beat his last opponent. I think that was a good outing for him, leading up to a Boots fight. You know what I'm saying? That would be a good. Or maybe Rashidi Ellis, but Rashidi Ellis did lose his last bout. So I think Mario Barrios versus Boots Ennis later this year. I think that's a good fight. A good fight, good names, and I think it will be a great event for Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, of course, also Vergil Ortiz versus Blair Cobbs will be a good fight. Vergil Ortiz versus Alexa Hirocha will be a good fight, but I guess I don't think they want to do that yet, but maybe in-house will be good. And I think that should be that should be it. Let me know. The welterweight division has been been hostage for a long time because of Terence Crawford and Errol True Spence. The belt federation has held everything on hostage. Errol True Spence have not been mandated to fight anybody since Ocampo. That was 2018. So he's been holding that side, the IBF, hostage. They don't want to mandate nobody, but of course, the boxing fans don't really care at this point because we got the fight that we all want to see, and that's Terence Crawford versus Errol the True Spence. I'm glad that we have it, yet I was just not. Look, I'm gonna be honest. If the fight would have never happened, knowing that we got Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz on deck, I wouldn't even care. I didn't care. I was happy. Go to the 154. go out there to the Lions then and go fight Jermell Charlo. But anyway, we got what we want. And we also got the phenom in the sport of boxing to look forward to when these guys do drop the belts. Or maybe whoever the winner, maybe next year they're going to stay in 147. But I actually doubt that Errol Spence is going to stay in 147. And Terence Crawford, I doubt that if he comes out on top, he would like to be a 3-division undisputed champion or get an opportunity. And he goes and fight Jermell Charlo. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all like the realistic plan. Y'all already know, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless. And on to the next.